The answer to most problems as a man is always going to be to work harder. And there's always something to work on. And a lot of that is going to be, of course, your finances, your network, but your physicality. There's no such thing as too strong. You can never finish the gym. How do I achieve X? And the answer is always going to be hard work. I had a lot of people ask me, hey, how do I come across as high value? Be high value. How about that? That's the easiest way to do it. Why are you trying to fake? Why are you trying to lie? It is so easy to be successful in life. When I meet a person who's not successful, I have to analyze, why did this guy decide to quit? What was more interesting to him than being the man he could have been? And then in the end, you only end up sad. All these temporary happinesses, they don't last long. You can have temporary happiness for what? A day? A week? You can eat cake. It'll make you happy for 5 minutes. If that. You can't delay gratification to have genuine happiness. All genuine happiness has to be delayed. I don't think most people can learn anything unless it's painful. I've never seen people learn lessons the easy way. When someone learns a lesson the easy way, do you know what they think? They think, I got away with it. Yep. Over and over again until it eventually burns and stings them. And that's the only time they learn. You're never going to become interesting and unique and the kind of man that can't be replicated through all the happy things in your life. You can't just go to the circus and eat popcorn and come out and be a G. You're a G when you've suffered. That's the reality of it. What's the lessons here? You're boring. You can't talk. You're a dork. Those are the first 3 lessons you need to fix. Next is, why is that all the money you got? You're broke. How did it happen? You're stupid. You have a whole bunch of lessons you need to internalize, and that event could be the best event that ever happened to you to change you as a man. And there's a sense of contentment that comes from doing the things you're supposed to do. It doesn't even, people say it's the journey, not the destination. That's true. But I wake up and if I have a day where I've worked as hard as I can, I feel happy just from doing the right things. You do the right things over and over again, you're going to end up in the right place. It's all building blocks. You should feel good from just doing the right things regardless, and you'll end up there on accident. For any man out there, if you want to find friends which are hardworking and dedicated and motivated, and you want to respect them, and you want them to respect you back, go into a fight gym and learn how to fight for real. Some of my best friends, in fact, a lot of the guys who've been visiting me this last week, and anyone who's following me on Twitter I've been sparring with, are guys I used to train with 10, 11, 12 years ago. When men go through shared experiences, I think that's how we bond, especially if it's shared hardship. It doesn't matter if it's a football team, winning a game, losing a game, going to war, your army buddies, going to fight, your fight buddies. We have to have some kind of shared hardship to bond with. And I think that's very important. When someone says, oh, I'm not motivated to become strong, I don't really care about money, well, you're also saying, by extension, I don't want strong friends around me. I don't want rich friends around me.
Because you're a bad friend.
Because you're going to be a bad friend. And then you have to sit and look and understand that lone wolves don't survive. How can you lack motivation to be a person that even matters on the planet? You'd rather just be a ghost, a nobody?
Yeah.
Because what, the gym is hard? Isn't it harder to be a nobody your entire life than train a little bit? My life has always been a struggle. It's all I've ever known. I can't imagine it being any other way. And I'm still not trying to change it. I'm not trying to retire and vanish and disappear and just live easy. It's not something I'm even interested in. It doesn't even cross my mind. Once you adopt that mindset, how can you not be successful? Once you get that mindset, how can you lack motivation? Motivation's free and unlimited. It's discipline and purpose is more important. I'm the man because I was the man when I was poor, and then I became rich. If you're a dork and you get rich, you're just a very rich dork. It makes you a lot worse. So I feel like, especially a lot of you out there, a lot of you are desperate to make money. Money can be the worst thing that happened to a lot of men. So when I see a guy who goes, oh, I struggle to work hard and I'm a loser, I say, good. We need the loser class. People like you need to exist so people like me can feel important and be your superior. Because as a man, what's the point of waking up if you don't feel better than everybody around you? I think discipline's always a fantastic thing. And if you find a framework which instills discipline inside of you and instills gratefulness inside of you, I think that's a good thing. I think most people can agree that being disciplined and being grateful is going to benefit your life. I had a girl say to me once, you know, with my ex, I was trying to always get him to be a better person. I was trying to motivate him to work hard, trying to make sure that he trained and didn't play too many video games, etc. But you know what I like about being with you? And I was like, what? She goes, when I'm with you, I can just turn my brain off. I get to just turn my brain off and go on an adventure. I don't have to think, I just have to be. And I think you get the best out of a woman when she's not thinking, when she's simply being. The feminine frame is often just being. This is when they laugh and smile at butterflies and they're constantly happy and they're always a positive energy in your life and they don't have to worry or think. When you're truly a G, when you're truly about it, you need your woman for emotional support and protecting your spirit and making you happy, but you don't need her to motivate you. I don't need any girl on earth to tell me to make money. If you've got a disadvantage, no matter what it is, all it should do is inspire you and push you to work even harder. You need to become a charming, smart, interesting, rich man. And you're saying, but I'm short. And my answer would be, well, then it's even more important that you become a charming, interesting, rich, smart man. It's even more important that you need to try and be your best self, work your off, and I guarantee if you get your entire life in order, nobody's going to be judging you purely based on your height because you're too important. So you're sitting here self-obsessing, and what you're going to do is you're going to use it as an excuse for failure, when really you should be using it as unlimited motivation to try harder and harder.
Nothing is fair. Nothing has ever been fair. If you've lived a life of genuine hardship, the first thing you will learn is that nothing is ever fair. I've never seen a fair fight in the street. I've never seen a fair relationship. Nothing is ever fair. And the human inclination is to win, as it should be. And the more powerful you are and the higher the stakes, the higher your inclination to win, as it should be. This is human nature. You wouldn't be able to put yourself in a position of power if you thought any other way. The students who follow me and the kids I talk to, I say, listen, life is extremely difficult as a man. There is no way I can tell you to win unless you're a top tier man. I can't sit here and give you a cheat code that allows you to stay a loser and win. If you're not a competitive male, you're going to be perma-depressed. You don't have a mental disease. You're just in a competitive environment and you are losing. You need to become a competitive person. There's no easy way. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck. But if you get to Top G, the name, if you get there, it's a life worth living. The best thing about being a man is you get to build your character from the ground up. You're not born with any value. You're born as a blank slate. You get to choose to be anything you want, but you have to go and do it. It's going to be difficult because it's competitive. But that's the beauty of being a man, the blank slate. And I inspire men to look at themselves as the blank slate. Get rid of your excuses. Stop defending the thing that's ruined your life and get to work. And every time anyone has ever listened to me in history, ever, every single one of them has transformed their lives and messaged me positive messages afterwards. A guy has big arms. The reason that has value is because it's rare. If every dude naturally had big arms by default, it wouldn't have a value. So you're talking about happiness as if it should just be laid all over the floor. If everyone could pick up happiness without trying, you still wouldn't be happy because it wouldn't have value, and you'd be aiming for you'd be looking for a new attention of happiness. It's the struggle that adds the value to things. The reason I'm going to love my cars so much is because I had nothing. And now I have them.
Walked 9 miles.
I walked 9 miles. Now I get to do it in a Lambo. It's beautiful. If I was born into money and was just given a Lambo for my birthday, I wouldn't even appreciate it. You don't deserve happiness. It's good you're unhappy. That's your own mind telling you need to do more. Because if you were genuinely making an impact on the world and exerting your entire masculine force out into the universe, if you were genuinely doing that, you'd find happiness. I don't care how happy you are. You have work to do. If any man comes to me and he's looking for guidance, I say, I don't really care how happy you are because you're fat. You got work to do. Come talk to me when you have a six-pack. Otherwise, I don't care. You have too much to get done to be talking about happiness. It's amazing to me how little work the majority of people out here are doing. Especially if you're a younger man and you have access to the internet and you're paying attention to things that are going on in the world and you do your studying and you're not hard to do some work, blah, blah, blah. If you're not afraid of work, I find it amazing there's guys out here who are still broke.
Really?
How can you be poor in the modern society that we live in? So when I see a dude, he's like, oh yeah, man, I'm broke, I just look at him and go,
you're not trying hard enough.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
You're simply not trying hard enough. If I can do it from a single mother, effectively, from a Luton council estate, to ultra high net worth individual, then I refuse to accept that others can't do it. I'm not going to be softer on anyone else than I was on myself.
Of course.
If I held myself to such a crazy high standard and I was so accountable and so difficult and so hard on myself, why am I going to be soft on you? I was extremely hard on myself.
so high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.